What's going on, everybody? Sigourney Jackson here with another episode of Who Politics. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell to stay up to date on everything that is Who Politics. We're back again with another Highlight Tape Tuesday video. So glad you all enjoyed the last one. This one we're going to be talking about a specific basketball player that a lot of you guys probably know about if you watched the NCAA tournament this past year, and that's Kareem Thompson of Oral Roberts University. Kareem was a major factor in why the Golden Eagles this past year were able to make it to the Sweet 16, where they lost barely to the Arkansas Razorbacks. With Kevin O'Banner leaving to go off to Texas Tech and Max A. Smith choosing to return from the NBA draft to play this upcoming year, Golden Eagles could probably take a step back or maybe take a step forward if Kareem is able to step into the role that I believe that he's capable of doing. But first, let's take a look at some of his highlights and look at what he does great and what are some of the things that he can do better. We got a couple of highlight tapes from his previous year before Oral Roberts, where he was at East Central Community College. Here we'll get a better idea of who he is really as a basketball player and how well he scores the ball at the 1 and the 2 spot. Without further ado, let's go and get right into it. Right here, catching the oop, way to get up, out in transition, of course, punch it. This is all simple stuff. I'm not really looking at any of that, but look right here. Change direction, jump off 2, fade to the left, in and out, cross, in and out, go to the left, up and under. Tough moves, tough moves. Spin move. See, the thing about Kareem is Kareem has always been an extremely smooth basketball player. Not the greatest athlete, but always long and athletic. Knows how to manipulate the ball, how to change speeds, change directions. And because he is a legit 6'5", he is able to pull up over most defenders, especially at that guard spot. Look how he's able to break his defender down and get into that mid-range constantly. Spin move, fadeaway. How many people do you even know who are doing fadeaways at this stage of their career? He was doing this in high school. He was doing this in his freshman year right here in college. For y'all who don't know, he went to Oral Roberts and he was a sophomore, and because this year didn't count, he'll return as a redshirt sophomore again this year. Deep 3 ball. Watch right here. Behind the back, cross, pull up right there. That's close enough. Cash. Like, Kareem is a really, really good basketball player. He's a 3-level scorer. He has great size, great length, and he's just a good basketball player. He has a high IQ. He knows how to play with pace. He plays with pace and poise at such a young age. You know, he's definitely beyond his years when it comes to his mental perspective, and this right here is showing it. This right here is something you probably didn't see a lot at Oral Roberts, but this is what he's truly capable of, and I believe he's going to do this upcoming year. Way to cut. Punch on him. Oh my God. Up and under. Long. Take off. Punch. My God. Catch and shoot, cash. Jab. Spin. Cash. Beautiful. Good pull up. Cash. Cross. Oh my God. Oh, pro hop. Floater. Catch that, 1 dribble, pull up, cash. Good floater off the 1. Let's go flow game official. Excuse me. Play the glass. Catch and shoot. Behind the back. Oh my God. Telling you, man, Kareem is one of the more talented scorers that I've seen in a while, especially at such a young age. He just has great feel. He just has great feel for the game. He's able to score it. Oh my gosh, good patience. Just look at that. I mean, most basketball players at his age is definitely going to try to force that. He takes his time. He gets what he wants. Spin move. Oh my God. Stop it. Punch. Take off, cuz. Hey. Like I said before, the thing that separates Kareem from a lot of basketball players is how smart he is on the offensive end. He's so patient with the basketball in his hands. He knows how to change speeds as well as change directions, and he is very, very comfortable pulling up off the dribble, 1 dribble, 2 dribble, 3 dribble. He's really good at being able to counter other defensive moves that might come at him, and just an overall polished scorer. Now, For people who were watching him when he was at Oral Roberts, he was more in a role of just being able to catch and shoot it. Because of course you have Max Abmas, who was the leading scorer for the country, and then you had Kevin O'Banner, who was a pick and pop guy. He was getting a lot of touches down low, and they were one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college basketball. So Kareem has to play more of a third or fourth wheel. I think that, as well as him being on a big stage that he's probably never been on before, he might have been not necessarily timid, but he's trying to figure it out at that level. I think that after everything he's gone through in the NCAA tournament, playing in big games on national TV with millions of eyes on him, he's gonna come back and he's gonna probably look a lot more like this, especially with Kevin O'Banner being removed from the team. Or I shouldn't say removed, because that sounds like he got kicked off. Him choosing to transfer out, I think that there's gonna be a very wide door open for somebody to come in and fill up those 20 points a night, and I believe that Kareem is the guy to do it. The main thing that I think he's gonna have to work on more than anything else is he's gonna have to continue to improve his body. Now, of course, he's gotten a lot bigger since his first year at Oral Roberts compared to when he was at his community college. He probably put on about a good 15 pounds or so, I would say, and that's good for him. But I think that he could probably stand to put on another 5 to maybe 10 and get around that 220, 225 range. The next thing I would say is, really for Kareem more than anything else, it's going to be mental. It is going to be mental for you when you are out there on the court, because a lot of times when you watch in the NCAA tournament, there were times where you had the bigger defenders on you, smaller defenders on you, and you didn't get aggressive like I know that you actually can. You didn't attack your mismatches as much, and when you weren't hitting shots, you stopped taking shots. There are games where I watch where you were going an entire game and only putting up 6 shots a night, but you're playing 20, 25 plus minutes a night. That's unacceptable, especially in an offense where they are empowering their players to shoot. They're empowering their players to drive and kick, pick and pop, and all types of stuff. And Kareem, you have a one-on-one game that's probably a lot more natural and special than anybody else on the court. And I know that might sound crazy sitting next to Max, who was the leading scorer in the country this past year, but you can just look at certain basketball players and you can tell people who get a bucket like Max, and then you can tell people who scoring comes natural to them. And I'm not saying that scoring doesn't come natural to Max, but there's just a smoother feel when you watch Kareem score the basketball. And I would love to see more of that this upcoming year, but it's going to be mental. You have to have the confidence to come in there and assert yourself on the court. You already have the experience now. I expect you to make a really big leap this upcoming year and get into the range of averaging anywhere between 14 to 16 points a game. I expect you to be first team all conference, and I expect y'all to be back into the NCAA tournament. I would love to see you handling the ball and initiating the offense a lot more as well. There were times where I watched games where you were bringing the ball up and you didn't seem as comfortable with it opposed to when Max was bringing it up. I think, Kareem, you're a true point guard first. I think that you're tall enough to play the two, but you are a point guard at heart. And not only that, even if you play the shooting guard, your role as a shooting guard is to be a secondary ball handler and offense initiator. You have to be stronger and more confident bringing the ball up the court and initiating the offense and breaking players down. We just watched a highlight tape where you did nothing but break players down full court, going full speed, throwing it behind your back, changing speeds, changing directions, and pulling up from half court. What's the difference now? The difference is only mental. Yes, there are better players at the level you're on now than when you were in JUCO, but you're a better basketball player now than when you were in JUCO. So nothing truly has changed. It is mental. I expect you to be the basketball player that I see in these highlight tapes, and I expect you to be the basketball player that I personally know you to be. And the last thing that I would say more than anything else, continue to have fun. It is probably one of the most incredible feelings to be out there in the Sweet 16, to do that in your first year of Division I, and you still have 3 more years to do it. I hope that you have success. I hope that you continue to grow. I hope that you continue to just be the best basketball player you can be, and that you potentially become a pro one day. And as long as you're happy with your journey and where you're going in life, that's really all that matters. So if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on everything that is Hoop Politics. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think Kareem is going to average this upcoming year. I'm thinking anywhere in the range of 15 to 17 points a game. I truly believe that because I know what he can really do on a regular basis, seeing it firsthand. Follow the Instagram at hoop_politics. And always remember, God's always in control. Peace.